If you're looking for a way to quickly take a long video and chop it up into a lot of different videos, then you're gonna love this site I'm gonna show you. Okay, here it is. It's called Opus Clips, and it does exactly what it says, and I think this is gonna blow your mind. There is a free forever plan. I'm on the free plan. You get a crazy amount of minutes when you first sign up. There's gonna be some restrictions after that, but you can also go monthly or yearly, and you can decide how many minutes you want, and if you notice, that changes the price right there. I already have an account. In fact, these are some of the other videos I've done before, and I've still got an hour and 4 minutes left on my free trial. You can upload a video or you can do a link. This is what I'm going to recommend. Now, they think it's best. What they recommend are video podcast, educational videos, commentaries, product reviews, motivational speeches. Their recommendation is it doesn't work as well for here. So it's not saying you can't, it's just saying that's what they think. So the best way to do this is just go to your YouTube studio and just grab a link. And the way to do that, go to content and go to these 3 vertical dots and grab get shareable link. It went right to my clipboard. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna hit paste, and it's already starting to analyze it. And there it is. Now, it's not done yet, but what it's saying is, okay, this is in English. They're going to do captions, very important. It's going to use 5 minutes. This is a way you can actually save time. So let's say on this one, I knew that I really didn't get into it till around, I don't know, a minute and a half. I could do that, and it'll actually save me some time. I'm just going to do the whole thing. I'm going to let it decide the preferred lengths, even though you can do 30 to 60, 60 to 90, even up to 3 minutes. And this is kind of cool. So let's say I was talking here. This one is, I'm talking about my new book. So let's say I talk about Canva. So I use Canva in there to do the cover. So if I put Canva here, then it's going to seek that out. But right now I'm just going to say, just clip it. I click that. So right now you'll see it's fetching the video as it says, and it's saying the estimated wait time is about 3 minutes. So far it's analyzed about 10% of it. And you can leave the page and get an email notification. So that's what I'm going to do. And once we get the email, we'll click back into it. And there we go. So I want to kind of walk through this and explain everything that you're going to get. So it breaks it up into a bunch of different clips. In fact, if we keep scrolling down here, you're going to see how many it clipped from this one, right? First thing I want you to see is they score it. Now they score it and they give you kind of a definition right here of why they think this is a value in here. This got a score of 90, this got a score of 84, and they'll tell you right there if you hover over it, the likelihood this will go viral. I don't know if I buy that, but anyway, it's still something to look at on Shorts, TikToks, and Reels. Now, this is actually what I said here, and this is what they're saying about it. The video effectively grabs the viewer's attention. So if I like it, I can heart it or I can thumbs down, and that helps the AI learn. And then if I thumbs down this one, it just goes away. So let's say I want to edit this, and this opens an edit window. So let's just kind of go through this slowly. So this is right here what it clipped out here. It's going to start with the word so, and it's going to go through here, my own book. Now, this is what they call is the intro caption. I wrote a bestseller using Google Docs. If you didn't like that, you can't change this that I know. Actually, you can change that. Well, there's something I just found out. Or you can just turn it off. One of the things that they recommend is it catches your attention right off the bat. So I'm going to leave it for a second. Now, if you notice right here, this window, it's because it's centering me. So if I kind of highlight it, you see the whole shot. I'm going to let go. And that's what it's doing. So it's using, even though I stayed in the middle of the frame, that's what it's doing. So let me just hit play right here. So when I wrote it, I actually wrote everything in Google Docs. And by the way, I think I'm going to do a longer video. Now, you actually kind of saw it because I was moving around. So it's highlighting while I'm doing this. So what it does is right here, it's choosing green to highlight certain words. I actually wrote everything in, actually I'm gonna turn this off so you can see that, because that might be a reason. So now watch if you see this. I actually wrote everything in Google Docs. And by the way, I think I'm gonna, so it's coming up with the colors, and you can change all these. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So we're gonna go into design. Let's go to another part of where there's, okay, you see there's 3 lines per page or 1 line. So you can choose that. You can choose where you want it. You can have it up in the top like it stamps on my head, middle, or bottom. Now you can also add an overlay here if you have that. These are the different fonts you can use. So we can go to something like Montserrat, I think that's what it's called, or Bangers if you want it to look really different. That kind of looks cool. We can go to Oswald. Oswald is a good one. So let's say we just go with Roboto for this one, and you can change the look of it. So let's say we want to go bold. Actually, let's just make it extra bold. And we can even increase the size of it. Uppercase, all text, or lowercase. Personally, I would probably do that. You can change the font color. You can change the stroke and the thickness. So if you notice that thick right there, or you can turn that off altogether and just kind of have it do that. I think that might be a little hard to see, but again, these are things you can decide. You can add a drop shadow, which actually I like better, and kind of blur it out more, and that will may help the words pop. Remember earlier, I'll go back in here where we saw these color words. Well, let's say you don't want yellow and green. Well, you can change that to something else here. So you could change it to, let's say you wanted, let's say red. Or you wanted light blue or something like that, or dark blue. So you have that option of doing that, and what happens is it'll change those words to that color. This is really kind of comes in handy more if you're doing, if I had a guest on here, you can actually do it split. Now, the only way to do the guest is both of you have to be on the screen at the same time. But if you were doing a two-shot live video podcast or live stream, this would be huge. Fit, let's say I had done something widescreen and I needed it to fit, or fill, which is what it's doing right now. Fixed crop aspect ratio. This is the caption we were talking about, and emojis. This is actually kind of cool. So when I say something in here like I'm happy, it may pop an emoji on there. So it gives you a lot of controls. And again, I'm on the free version. So right here, see right here, it just added that. So I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to hit play. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to go right here and let's see what emoji it popped in. I think I'm going to do a longer video, maybe even a course or something like that. So when it said course, it thinks I'm talking golf course. Obviously not. But when you get to right here and I'm talking about writing a book, what it does. You need to write a book. I actually thought it was going to. So see, that's kind of cool that it pops that in there. If you don't like that, you just go back to design and turn that off. One other thing I think is really cool. Let's say you really wanted it to start to end right here. And I can say I just want it to end right there. And notice what it did. It just set a new endpoint. So I'm going to undo that. And the same thing up here. Let's say I wanted to start right here. Then you do that. And if you notice right here, it struck through all that. So you can actually change where it starts and stops. But let's say right here, it says Google Docs, and I said Google Docs and it said Google Box, B-O-X. Well, I could go in here and then I can actually change the spelling of that by clicking on the pencil icon. So you've got a lot of different things. Now, I haven't really done anything, but I'm going to go ahead and hit save and complete. So let's say now you've got one, you want to download this one. Now, if you're on a paid plan, you can actually do an auto share. Since I'm on the free plan, I can't do that. We've already edited. So I want to download. So all I'm going to do is download it in HD. You just pick wherever you want. It even gives it a title right there. Hit save. And you're good to go, and then you can just upload it to whatever platform you want to from there. So I put a link to Opus Clips down in the description. You can check it out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, keep creating. World needs you. See you next time.